Well, hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to today's session. My name is Caitlin Guthrow, a member of your North Texas Giving Day team at Communities Foundation of Texas. And welcome to Take 15 Board Engagement. Today, we will be taking just 15 minutes out of our day to discuss some key ways to engage your board members in North Texas Giving Day and how they can further your success. In today's session, we will discuss why it is important to engage board members in North Texas Giving Day, how they can be instrumental in your campaign by walking through 3 key ways to leverage them, and some of the tools and resources that the North Texas Giving Day team has put together for you to use in these efforts. So let's get started. So before we talk a little bit about how board members can support your campaign, let's back up for just 1 minute and reflect on why nonprofits participate in North Texas Giving Day. The reasons are varied and wide, but we mainly hear that some of the primary ways charitable organizations leverage North Texas Giving Day is to raise money efficiently, gain exposure, build awareness in the community about their mission and work, attract donors, even test out some new fundraising strategies. And every year, of course, we hear that nonprofits want to participate to be a part of something bigger. Now, taking these into account, let's now also look at board member job descriptions and best practices and their roles and responsibilities as they serve your organization. You're going to see that board members have a responsibility to support the financial health of your organization, to serve as brand ambassadors in the community and spread the word about your mission and work. They need to volunteer their time and serve on committees and work on specific projects to propel your missions forward. And of course, recruit new champions to your work, including new board members and donors. So as you can see, there is incredible alignment between the goals of nonprofits and how they utilize North Texas Giving Day and the role and responsibility of board members. It's really a natural fit and frankly low-hanging fruit to get your board members engaged in the day because there are so many different opportunities for them to support your campaign. So let's talk through just a few of these opportunities. Now, when I think about the key ways to engage board members on Giving Day, 3 specifically come to mind. And the first is simple: to give. And whether that is through financial support or lending their time and expertise. So let's walk through a few examples. Harmony Community Development Corporation, featured here, each year on North Texas Giving Day, they ask 100% of their board members to commit to giving or getting a financial gift to support their campaign. In this example, a specific amount is not required or a specific level for that give or get. The focus is on participation. And this is key because most foundations, they actually expect 100% board financial participation each year. And most ask if a nonprofit has 100% board commitment in their grant applications. This year for North Texas Giving Day, early giving will be open as early as September 1st and go all the way through midnight on September 16th. So board members and other donors can have the option to give early to your organization and get a head start before the big day is here on the 17th. Now, another way, of course, is lending their time and their expertise. And volunteering and giving in this way, in kind, can be just as important to support your campaign. Many nonprofits are completely run by volunteers, and most do not have a robust development team, right? And so engaging your board members to help you with your goals, your strategy, and your overall North Texas Giving Day campaign, it can take some of that burden off of your shoulders. And pages 9 through 13 of the Nonprofit Toolkit, that includes resources to help you in developing and executing your North Texas Giving Day plan. So I encourage you to bring them in, invite them to join you and set these goals together, and arm in arm execute a successful fundraising campaign. Another key way that board members can support your campaign under the umbrella of giving is to serve as a matching fund donor. You know, an individual board member or your entire board of directors can serve as a matching fund donor. You know, every donor wants to hear that their gift will go further, and matching funds give you the opportunity to say that your gifts will be doubled on North Texas Giving Day. Now, matching funds are a powerful incentive to give, and even a 3-digit matching fund can make a big difference in an organization's success. You know, we have learned through looking at Giving Day data over the past several years that nonprofits who secure a matching fund are more successful on North Texas Giving Day than those who do not. So I encourage you to consider engaging your board members in this way. And here is an example from Louisville Civic Corral. Their entire board of directors came together to pull a 1,000 matching fund for the organization to leverage on North Texas Giving Day. And of course, fundraising pages are a great tool to engage your board and provide an opportunity for your board members to help you get your brand out in the community and help you fundraise on North Texas Giving Day. So each individual that creates a fundraising page for your organization can, of course, personalize the page. It can include photos, stories, you can set dollar goal amounts, and then your board members can share this page with their networks through email and social media. And we know from looking at Giving Day data that this is a great tool to bring in new donors to your organization. Last year, 63% of the donors who came through fundraising pages were brand new to North Texas Giving Day. This visual shows you an example from the Hendrix Scholarship Foundation. They asked their board members to set up fundraising pages on North Texas Giving Day. And for the board member who raised the most, they actually stopped by for a front yard award ceremony to give them a certificate and thank them for all they did. And just remember, as staff, you can actually set these pages up on behalf of your board members if they're not as comfortable with technology. I am currently serving as a board member for a nonprofit, and it took me, honestly, about 5 minutes to set up. It was really easy. All right, so now a second key way to engage board members is simply by helping spread the word about your mission. So let's talk about a few opportunities in this area. Really a very easy and frankly low-hanging fruit way that your board members can help spread the word about your participation in Giving Day and the opportunity to support your work is by the email signature. You can actually download your own email signature in the resources section of the website and can link the email graphic to your nonprofit's specific profile page. So you can then send that graphic to each of your board members and ask them to update their email signatures, right? We have all gone even further online during this pandemic and are on our computers even more. So this is a great way for your board members to help spread the word. Another strategy is having your board members proactively reach out to your donor base, whether that's current donors, lapsed donors, or prospective donors. And in this example, the Bishop Arts Theater Center, they actually had each board member personally call their donors to check in before the recent May 5th emergency fundraising campaign that Communities Foundation of Texas hosted. And it was a great touch point for their board members to interact with their donors, ask them how the COVID-19 pandemic has been impacting them. It gave them a chance to share a little bit about how the Bishop Arts Theater Center had been pivoting their programs and how they were responding to community needs, but also to share what the nonprofit's biggest needs were at this time and what challenges they were facing. And then finally, of course, it gave them an opportunity to make sure these donors knew that North Texas Giving Tuesday Now was coming up on May 5th, and for them to consider giving a gift to support their mission in these challenging times. So these efforts, it not only helped their fundraising goal, but it was a really wonderful way that board members could steward and get to know their donor base. And then, of course, there is social media. On any online fundraising campaign, it's key to be active on social media challenges. And keep in mind, your board members are some of your biggest fans. So invite them and empower them to share their story for why they are serving on your board, why they feel your work is so important, and how it's changing the community. And here is an example from our Friends Place. Each board member created a video to share why they serve on the board and how the mission of our Friends Place is impacting the community in positive ways. And this is, once again, an easy thing for you to ask your board members to do and engage. And of course, utilize the messaging templates and examples that we have on the resource section if they need some ideas to get them started. And finally, a third way to engage your board members in North Texas Giving Day is by helping you thank and steward your donors. And we talked a little bit about this, but there's so much they can be doing both on North Texas Giving Day and afterwards to thank your donors. Asking board members to reach out to your donors and making a simple personal phone call, a simple personal email, even a handwritten note can really show your donors that they're appreciated and that you cannot do this work without them. And when you can do this in real time, when the gifts are being made, is frankly even better. Some of our nonprofits have brought their board members together both in person and more recently virtually during early giving and on the big day. And I wanted just to share a few examples of those as well. Karamia Theater Company, they have had multiple board engagement events in alignment with North Texas Giving Day in the past. Here's a photo of one of their networking opportunities at a restaurant in a recent North Texas Giving Day. And on May 5th, in their emergency fundraising campaign, they actually held a virtual happy hour. And this was just a simple Zoom call, but it brought the board members together. They could invite their networks as well. And it allowed them to celebrate the mission every time a gift came in. They had several toasts. They had some fun party hats, changeable Zoom backgrounds, and of course had cheers when a donation was made. But it allowed them to really come together, raise awareness of the mission to new stakeholders, celebrate the mission, and also know who those donors are that are coming in and thank them in real time. And it was just a nice touch point to really, once again, ground board members in the mission of the organization. The Hendrix Scholarship Foundation also has held watch parties as well. Most recently, they had an event at Corner Wines. They invited their board members to come, invited their networks as well to celebrate the mission of the organization. They encouraged those board members to purchase a bottle of wine that would then be auctioned off at their future fundraising gala in the spring. So I loved the connection they made between one fundraising event and also thinking, of course, about that next stewardship and fundraising opportunity. But it really brought some excitement to the day to have that watch party, to bring your board members together and to create that sense of urgency and excitement to help you reach your goals. So these could be some great ideas for you to think about virtual watch parties, virtual networking opportunities, frankly, anytime between September 1st and September 17th as you think about your Giving Day campaign. Now, finally, if you have questions, we have put together a myriad of resources for you on the resources section of the website under For Nonprofits. Now, I would say the first thing for you just to take a look at is the board member toolkit. We have put this together and it really includes a whole host of tangible actions and activities that your board members can do to support your campaign. This board member toolkit walks through what they can be doing, frankly, before, on, and after North Texas Giving Day to really support your fundraising and your brand visibility efforts. This is really, frankly, all that you need. But if you want to also look, of course, at the nonprofit toolkit that I mentioned earlier around really building your strategy and engaging board members in that. And then, of course, the marketing toolkit that has a whole host of template messaging and sample social media posts and more. Now, if you can't find what you're looking for, of course, always first look at the frequently asked questions section of the website. But just remember, we are always here, the North Texas Giving Day team, to support you through your campaign this year. The best way to reach us is just to email us directly at northtexasgivingday@cftexas.org. And then finally, before we close, I just want to share some key dates with you. You'll see in green key dates and deadlines that lead us all the way through when checks will be emailed to you with how much funds you have raised on the day, to also the blue that really highlight key trainings. We are continuing to add additional trainings as well, so make sure you always check the website for the latest information. And just keep in mind that August 28th day, although that may be the last day to edit your profiles, you really, for that core content, you can change a fundraising goal or add a matching fund and even create fundraising pages all the way through the big day, September 17th. So just remember, board members can become a matching fund donor, can create a fundraising page even on the big day. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope this answered a lot of your questions around board engagement. Good luck to you in your campaigns and happy fundraising.